He played me like a fiddle. I, for once in my life, decided to trust the Tekken community when they said, oh, the character roster is in order on Tekken 8's website because of the last 2 trailers. I had my skepticism because Fung was in the middle of them. We've already seen his trailer, but I always thought, you know what? They kinda have a point. So I said in the comment of the last reaction, hey, look for Kuma trailer next week, and now Kuma's fucking dead. He jumped off a cliff like Gigas and he's never coming back. It's a sad day. I'm upset. It means we're not getting Yoshi trailer next week too, which makes me really, really sad. But on the bright side, we have Dragunov. And Dragunov's neat. A couple of things that I'm hoping that they do with him this time around. I was hoping that they do a little bit more of his grappling in particular, give him some more execution-heavy routes like what we saw at the beginning of Tekken 4. They removed for some reason. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see what's going to happen here, more so than I was with Steve. I think with the characters that are remaining, Dragunov is in about the upper half of the characters I'm interested in seeing. And it's a stacked list because 3 of those characters are characters I play. Elisa's my main, Yoshimitsu's my main, and Zafina's a character that I play quite a bit. So I'm looking forward to see what they've done differently here. I also think personality-wise, Dragunov is just really... They did a good job with his personality in this game. I do have this in 4K. All right. That was a weird Dragunov. Oh, there's so much personality in this. I love it. Oh, Finna down 3? That's an armor move now? That's neat. Finna down 2, the classic attack throw. All right. Ooh, something instead of the 3-3-4 now. Okay. A lot of it's very similar, but very different as well. I don't think that went in stat before. Oh, more attack throw into another wall splat. That's so sick. New stage. Victor's cool. You can't change my mind. This the Snake Edge. Isn't that neat? The thing that he had in Tekken 4 they got rid of. I might be misremembering. Neat little combo there. Big punish. 3-4. Running 2. All right. Crouching throws. That's like Astrov when he forces crouching throws. Ultimate tackle in heat. That was cool. Big heat move. Did he use down 2 in a combo? Did I see that correctly? Off of the running 2. Oh, he does a JoJo pose. All right. All right. Oh, this is sick. This is like... Oh, that was so good. Because that was the stage that they used in his ending in Tekken 7. Why can I not remember it? Why can I not remember the name of that stage? I have 2,000 hours in Tekken 7. I can't remember the name of that damn stage. That fits. There's so much personality in that. That was great. That was a great trailer. Let's just get right into it. There was a lot going on here. I'm going to say again, I love that they're giving Dragunov more personality on his vacation. This is great. This does reek of Negan syndrome though with the intro. This is a bit long. I love that. It's so good. It's so good. Arctic Snowfall. Thank you, Sin. That is the stage. Okay, so I'm gonna boot up Soul Calibur 6 real quick. And I'm booting up Soul Calibur 6 because there are a couple of things in here with Dragunov that I want to point out. So in Soul Calibur 6, Tekken 8 has a similar thing to Soul Calibur 6 when it comes to running movement. It's not exactly like this, but when you point blank in a character's face and you do a running move, you'll run forward a little bit, so it removes the need for instant while running. So that begs the question then, how is Dragunov's running 2 going to be balanced and how is it going to be difficult? And there are 2 characters in this game that actually have forward moves. Amy is the only one that actually has a move that is the same between doing this and tapping forward 3 times. And the difference is that if you do an instant while running sort of input, you get a blue spark. Kind of like the blue spark that Dragunov has. The difference here is that if I do this, it does 20 damage. If I do this, it does 22, right? So if I do like this, it'll do 37. If I do this, it'll do 39. So it's 2 damage. For comparison, an A in this game, which is like a jab, except it actually does like less than a jab, really, does 8. So it's very insignificant, but that's probably all that's going to happen. So I doubt there are going to be any like weird special properties when it comes to running 2. But what that probably means then for this is that this blue spark is, I assume, is going to be the same as the normal running 2, but it'll just do more damage if you do the blue spark. You know, just like with like Law's DSS transitions, how it does a little bit more damage, but it doesn't change the frames. But it's not going to be anything like just frame skyrocket or anything like that, where it changes the actual frame data on the move, or like the blue spark omen or anything like that. It's probably just going to be a change in damage. Of course, with it being in running 2, though, it is possible that it could change the frame data. I doubt it. So here he does running 2, down 4, 1, 2, crouch dashes into 4. Down 4 looks minus on hit, to be honest. Let's go back to that, actually. No, that's plus. Look, he's still in the crumple animation when Dragunov does the 1, 2. This isn't just plus. This is like plus 12 on hit. Because this is the animation. There's some, like, I think Steve has a low like this. It'll lead to this sort of crumple animation. Usually when this happens, it's super plus, and it normally only happens on counter hit. And he just sidesteps here. I feel like there'd be a down 4-2 where he elbows you afterwards. No, with a move like that, it looks a lot like Lydia's down back 4. Actually, shit, it is just Lydia's down back 4, isn't it? Yeah, it actually is Lydia's down back 4. That's funny. And that move was plus on hit. So 1, 2, and then goes into crouch dash, and then that armor move is new out of crouch dash, I think. This is just 3, isn't it? Or is this 4? Was 3 the knee before? Because I know that he has a knee out of this crouch dash, but I don't know if it's 3 or 4. I don't know if they just made this move armored, and this is one that he's had, or if this is new. I don't think that... No, because the knee launches on counter hit, right? And this is an attack throw on normal hit. Does he have 2 knees? I really shouldn't be talking about notation because I always get this wrong. The past 3 reactions I've done, it's like every single move I've tried saying notation with it I've just been saying it wrong. I really should just stop. I know he uses the knee later in a combo, so we'll just see there. Finna down 2, of course. And now he has a from crouch low as well. That's crazy. Was that a from crouch low? Was that while rising? That might have actually been while rising. Let's see. Slow it down here. Boop. It's really hard to tell because this first hit looks like a low, right? No, that's definitely, yeah, this is a from crouch low. Yeah, it's a from crouch low that goes into a mid, which is correct. I'm sure this isn't natural, but him having a from crouch low like this is insane. Wow, that actually does look like it's natural on normal hit, doesn't it? He backdashes. That totally looks like it's natural on hit. That's crazy. That's a huge change. That changes the Dragunov's entire dynamic, his entire poking game. That changes that, and the down 4 just changes everything with how this character works. Oh wow, and then that goes into the crouch dash as well, and then he does the 4 classic move. Knowing me, it's probably a fucking 3 because I always get the damn notation wrong in every single. Whatever, I'm not going to talk about it. So launch punish 15 here. So normally he would do 3, 3, 4, and then whatever the filler is, and then the screw. But here he just does 3, 4, and that screws. Pretty sure it's 3, Seth. Probably is. Okay, and then that was the new tactics. That was down 4, 3 plus 4 that he got. homing move. And then 3-2 is the, I know the 3-2 is a string. Is the 4 new? It's hard. I'm having a hard time being able to tell because of the camera change. I thought it was like 3-2-1 or something was in that string. I don't fucking know. Who cares? Moving on. I missed it. Okay, classic stuff. Yeah, and then he has the attack throw here, which is like I was said at the beginning, this is what I want more from Dragunov. He uses a fighting style. It's supposed to be pseudo grappling, and his grabs have always felt useless. Because even the best ones, you can just option select. Like the snake edge into the throw, you can just option select by launching. Yeah, so this at the wall here. Yeah, see, he like... So crouch dash 2, I can't tell if this is a crouch dash or not. It might not be. It might just be back 3 or forward 3 or whatever the notation is. I'm having a hard time telling. Either way, it's some variation of 3. Dragunov has many knees and they all look the same to me, okay? I don't know the difference. All I know is that it's cool. Wow, and then that's a new string, right? Dragunov has never had a low high like this before. And then he has a fall that has a mid, which I'm sure is punishable. But still, cool string. Not sure how useful it'll be, but cool string. I guess that, like, the implications for that could potentially be as a... Well, no, because he has 4-2, right? Surely he still has that as a magic 4. I don't know. Intro of Victor. I don't care what anyone says, Victor is a cool character. I know, says the person that plays Soul Calibur, and he's like a Soul Calibur character, essentially, but still. So, Snake Edge, right? Yeah, okay, so this is the same move as before. It is Crouch Dash 3, it's just an armor move, but he can use it in combos. I'm pretty sure... I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure this is what I was talking about before with what he had in season 4 with the high execution combo he accidentally got in season 4 and then they got rid of. I think it was off of Core Circle Forward 3. Or sorry, Core Circle Forward 4. I'm saying 3. I'm a goddamn idiot. He's using his right leg. So that's cool. That's still a thing. I hope that it can extend more like it did before, because you could use multiple of them, I think, in season 4 when he had this. I don't know if this is the standard combo route now, by the way, or not. I have no idea. For all I know, you could just do this as a normal I don't know. I don't know. I don't play the character. Don't shoot me. 4-2 jab. 4-4-3. Core Circle Forward 1+2, and then I think that's running 3 forward 4-3. Who cares? Right, there's a punish 3-4. So this is, so his heat smash is running 2 here. Okay. Oh, wow. So just blatantly contradicted here. His 4 does not launch. I just said surely his 4-2 is a launcher. It's not, which I think kind of makes sense, maybe with his running 2 being a thing. Maybe he can use that low high string instead as like a counter hit tool. It wouldn't be great, but in the context of how Magic 4s work in Tekken, I don't think it would be that bad. I think it kind of makes sense. It depends on the speed of it, maybe. So he has that as a high mid, which is, again, very similar to Lydia, because Lydia had the same thing where she had 4-2 and she had 4-3, and 4-2 was high, which Dragunov has, and 4-3 was high mid, which Dragunov has and was -10. So she has multiple of Lydia's moves now. And listen, I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh my god, the character has 2 of this odd character's moves, so that means that character's dead. Like, I wasn't the guy in Tekken 7 who, when I saw that King had 2 of Armor King's moves, was like, oh my god, Armor King is never coming back, like everyone else did. Oh, Armor King is dead. How can you think that Armor King is gonna be DLC when King has 1 of Armor King's moves? Oh, it's also the fact that Dragunov is similar in a way to Lydia. Like, Lydia took Dragunov's down 2. Dragunov takes Lydia's down back 4 and 4-3. Listen, I'm not gonna say anything right now. I'm just saying, even though I'm not one of those people, I know that other people are going to say it, and this is the one time I'm going to say, you know what? You're not wrong. I see it this time. All right. Okay. Yeah, so let's go back here. So he does 4-2 here, and then does a crouching grab. So this crouching grab is probably going to be guaranteed. So this is another reason why I had Soul Calibur up here. So because this is a thing that Astaroth has in Soul Calibur that I don't believe is a thing in Tekken. I know it's a thing with King, but he has to do it out of Jaguar Step. So what Astaroth gets here, is this, right? So there are some moves that Astaroth can do, like 4B, that gives him a guaranteed grab mix-up. Right, and the other thing is too with Astaroth, when Astaroth is in Soul Charge, so like Heat in Tekken 8, he gets extensions to these as well. It's a lot of damage. So Astaroth is the grappler of this game, so I don't know if it's going to be like that much, but the point stands that it's just another thing that they have in Soul Calibur, and he probably gets this crouching grab thing guaranteed. This isn't, I doubt this is a mix-up, and I'm sure the crouching grab is going to be a mix-up. So again, kind of like sometimes when King hits some moves, it's just Dragunov has it more in moves instead of like the Jaguar Step 2 and stuff like that. And it's possible that there could be some interactions here in Heat as well, since it's a thing in Soul Calibur. So be interesting to see if that's a thing. You know, I guess thinking about it, it could be, because that's a Heat engager, right? Same kind of thing with King. But if this is a Heat engager, then presumably you could combo off of this as well, which then would be similar to Astaroth, but... So here it goes into full crouch, does the full crouch low that we saw before after the down 2 earlier. And then he just has ultimate tackle. Oh, and he has that same effect as Nina has. That's neat. That's neat. So he gets ultimate tackle, and then I guess he gets a 3-way mix-up out of ultimate tackle. So it's kind of like Marduk in that way then, right? Which, you know, it's fitting for Dragunov. I'm glad that he has more stuff like this. Like I said earlier, it is the thing that I wanted from him, so it's nice to see that he has more stuff like this. Whoa, that had a blue spark on it. Does this have a just frame? Okay, so Heat Dash. 4, 4, from crouch. 4, well, 1, 4, and that had a blue spark, so that has a just frame on it. And then the crouch dash 2 is a launcher. And then 3 into crouch dash in the shoulder, which is standard stuff. And then running 2. Yeah, and you can see that the running 2 here isn't the blue spark version, so it's like I said before, if the whole Amy example is that the running 2 is probably going to be the same blue spark and no blue spark. It's just going to change the damage a bit. And then this is one of the most JoJo ass poses I've seen next to Claudio. Like, the whole thing when Claudio did this was a blatant JoJo thing. This is also a blatant JoJo thing. Why is Dragunov the JoJo character now? I mean, I'm not going to complain, but that it's very good. It's very good. Yeah, that was definitely one of the better Rayjot stat we've seen so far. One of the better trailers, too. A lot more personality from Dragunov, which is great. Looks cool. Lots of new things. A complete change in gameplay dynamic with the new tools they gave him, the down 4, the from crouch low. He now has the crouching grabs, which could be more interesting depending on the direction that they go for it, but it's so distinct from King because King gets the crouching grab after he does like very specific things, whereas Dragunov has in like 4-3, so it's more just in his moveset. New stuff out of his crouch dash, transitions into his crouch dash. They gave him a lot. Looks a lot more interesting gameplay-wise, personality-wise. wise. I mean, it's hard to tell in terms of the execution because presumably the instant while running isn't actually going to make that much of a difference, but there's still some stuff that remains to be seen. But they didn't lawify him, at least. Even if running 2 is made easier, there's more gameplay decisions that you make with Dragunov now that I think will still make him interesting. And on top of that, they've been moving away from the execution route with Dragunov since Tekken 6. Dragunov execution-wise was so much easier in Tekken 7 than in Tekken 6, and so if they continue to stray away from that and make him more technical, it would be par for the course, so I wouldn't be too surprised. It's not anything I wouldn't expect. I don't think it's anything that Dragunov players wouldn't expect either. So yeah, good trailer, good character. Hopefully next week I get one of my mains finally to show up. But yeah, he's cool. I'd be willing to give him a try when Tekken 8 comes out. Anyway, I'm done reacting. Bye bye.